Guys, I'm here with the one and only Bradley Martyn.
Let's go. We're gonna talk. We have some stuff to talk about. Obviously, we gotta get into it.
I know him more as number 101.
No. I can't. Oh my god.
Do you only film on Sundays?
No, I film all the time.
Oh, really? You just like if and when kind of thing?
Yeah, it depends. It's guest dependent, like on the schedule. I'll film whenever because it's easy for me because at my house.
Oh, of course.
So I didn't realize after 100 guys, it's just like you're on rapper time or what's going on?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, I apologize.
No, you're great. You're great. How was your trip over here?
Good. I mean, I got stopped at the border. So that was intense. We got stopped for like 2 hours. They were like,
wait, what border?
Your border, the United States border. They were
in
like,
JFK?
No. In Vegas one, they were like, we heard you're here to fuck 1,000 guys.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, genuinely brought up my Pornhub.
That's what I was
going to
ask. Like, why the flight? Like, do people recognize you and go, "That's the girl"?
Well, they brought up my Pornhub. I don't think they quite recognize me, but my stage name is the exact same as my porn name. So it's like, I guess you can just like search it up and shit like that.
Wait, so it's not your real name?
No, that is my real name. Sorry.
Okay, so they're just the same. So they're like, so people see it and they're like, wait, I think I've seen that name somewhere.
Well, I think it's more like, I guess they might have like a database or something like that. Yeah, database that they search up or something like that. Because they were like, what do you do for work? Like, content creator.
They knew what you were gonna go do.
I don't know. Well, that's what they pulled me up for. But I was like, it's not illegal to have sex with 1,000 guys.
No, it's just insane. It's insane. Well, there isn't it. So obviously we're gonna talk about it, but there is this other girl who's like saying she did this, and like, is this like? I feel like is there like? Is it beef or what's going on?
No, not necessarily beef. I mean, the game's the game, you know?
Yeah. All right, guys, quick word for the podcast. Huel. Check this out. A lot of products, specifically in the fitness space, have made products that oftentimes they'll isolate certain ingredients or take things out because people are focused on maybe just protein only. But Huel has made one of the best ready to drink sort of meals, right? It has protein, it has carbs, slow release carbs, and it's full of omegas, 35 grams of protein, tons of vitamins and minerals, all the things you need when you're actually like ingesting protein for your body to assimilate it properly, okay? So a lot of times they'll make products where it's like just protein, but because there's no fats, there's no vitamins, there's no minerals, it's not gonna be actually absorbed into your body efficiently. Huel's got you covered. Great tasting, super easy. It's an easy way if you guys wanna like get a whole meal. There's about 400 calories in this whole thing. There's actually 400 calories in this whole thing. And if you wanna get basically a meal in between on the go, this is one of the best ways to do it. It tastes great. It's like a milkshake. Give it a shot. Go to Huel.com. That's HUEL.com. Put in code RAWTALK right now to get 15% off plus a free gift. This is actually genuinely a good product. And I'm kind of salty that I didn't come up with it. So if you guys want to give it a shot, go to Huel.com. Use code RAWTALK right now. 15% off plus a free gift. That's HUEL.com. Code RAWTALK. Let's get back into this episode. Do you like this? Like, to be honest, before we get into this, I want to figure out like, what was your like life like before all of this?
Yeah.
Like, so were you going to be something else? Did you have aspirations to not do that?
You know what? Not really. Like I had a really like normal childhood and everything. And then I went to university, and I went to university because everyone else was going to university, and it was just like something to do. I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I went there, and that's when like OnlyFans was sort of becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't log in to my first ever lecture because it was Zoom. It was like the time of COVID. Yeah. I couldn't log in. And so I thought, fuck it, let's do OnlyFans. Because I was already really into like taking Instagram photos and social media.
So you're already doing social media?
Yes.
And then OnlyFans became a thing, or it had been a thing?
It kind of been a thing. It was just kind of like people were talking about it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just kind of heard of it. I didn't realize you could actually make money on it. Like I thought, this has got to be fake. You can't make money on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And so what were you going to school for prior? Like, what were you going to?
Nutrition.
So you wanted to be like a
bit of a nutritionist. I always loved sport. So something to do with that maybe. That's what I went to college for.
And then you're just like, fuck it. I'm going to like, would you, because this is the thing with the whole OF thing is like, most girls don't necessarily even start at that level of like, oh, I'm gonna do actual pornography.
Yeah.
They kind of go, I'm gonna sell pictures. Like, did it start like that?
Yeah, it started like very much like more tame kind of stuff. But I was doing this kind of stuff in my personal life anyway. Like,
What kind of stuff?
As in like, I was fucking lots of guys, gangbangs, like.
Before you ever filmed it?
Yeah. So it was like a hobby before it was work.
But so that's what I'm curious about. Like, why?
What do you mean why?
You were just like, this is not even on camera. You're like, I just want to do that. I want to experience.
I was just
these
enjoying
things.
it. Like, I don't know. I guess I got some kind of thrill from fucking these guys, and like, I enjoyed the sex. I enjoyed it with like lots of different kind of guys as well. I don't know. I think I get off to getting guys off.
Yeah. You don't even care how that sounds, huh?
Why? How does that sound?
Just sounds nasty. Like,
you know,
and not the good kind.
You know, what I'm really into as well. Like, I used to do like. Have you heard of Omegle? Omegle.
Yeah.
So like when I was like 13, flashing my tits, like these like old guys like wanking off me, like getting them horny, making them wank off and shit like that. Like,
but you were like, yo, you were never like, I want to. It's such an interesting conversation because I feel like this whole industry, I mean, just pornography in general is just so fucking toxic for people. Literally for the users. Not because every time I have these conversations with people who actually like produce it or make the content, sometimes they're like, yeah, I regret it. I wish I didn't do it. A lot of times it's always after the fact, after they made a bunch of money, then they're like, yeah, it's bad. I shouldn't have done it. You don't think you're ever going to feel that way?
No, definitely not. As well, I'm always a believer in like everything happens for a reason. So like, even if I made a mistake or did something wrong in my life, it's got me to where I am. So like, I'm happy to have made that mistake. You know, like the butterfly effect.
Yeah. It's just different butterflies on this one.
Lots of butterflies on this one.
Yeah, I just, it's, you know, because like right now it's like they're all going crazy about TikTok being banned and like all the reasons or not reasons that it is or isn't happening. And then I keep seeing people are trying to like make the parallel. It's like, well, why are they not getting rid of these other things that are
like porn and OnlyFans?
Yeah, that is like basically destroying. Like, because we're talking about TikTok, like people's biggest thing is like, besides the fact that it's like, you know, Chinese are spying on us, whatever they're saying. It's also like, well, that's just fucking brain rot. Why are we doing that? So that conversation leads into like, well, what about all these other things that are just basically destroying and like degrading society?
There's always going to be some kind of porn though. Like there's always going to be something. And like people need to control themselves. Like I don't think we should be blaming porn. I think people just need to be a bit more disciplined.
That's true. The problem with it though is that, and obviously I can't speak from a place where like I don't give any sort of bad off. I try to not, but I guess someone could identify, oh, well, I work out and maybe they'll talk about steroids or whatever the things are that are encouraging kids. Because the whole thing, it comes down to like that is like, what are we doing to the sort of the next generation or the people coming up thinking, like even you, for example, when you were like, yeah, I was going to be a nutritionist. And then I was like, well, I can just make more money doing this. Now, so many girls are just like, well, why would I ever, or I seen some clip of these girls talking about like, why would I ever try to get a regular job? If I was hot, I could just make money on OnlyFans. That's
not personally where my place came from. It was more like I found a passion that I could make money from it. It wasn't like I really want to make a ton of money, like fuck having a normal job or anything like that. I just kind of like really enjoyed the creative aspect of it. And I was doing it already for free. So I thought, why not try and make a bit of money from it? But I also believe that like, say alcohol, a lot of people have alcoholism and alcohol problems. People don't then blame the shop, like the liquor store that you guys have here. People don't go and blame them. You know what I mean? Like it's hard because so many people blame OnlyFans girls for like people being like addicted to porn and things like that. And it's like, we wouldn't do that with alcohol shops, so why are we doing it with?
Yeah, I guess it's tough because the internet makes all this so much more complicated because people can sit behind whatever paywall they're going to and they could lie about their age. And like a lot of these like just younger kids who are actually coming and actually buying this content, that it's just not good.
Yeah, I do agree that it should be like stricter, especially with Pornhub. Like you can just search up Pornhub.
Yeah,
you're on the website. There's no like
it's
ID
like, oh
check.
yeah, I'm 18. It's like, I remember when I was a kid, I wasn't 18. I was clicking, I was 18.
Yeah, same.
So
13, what's this?
So that's what I'm saying. Like that whole conversation is like, I genuinely think it's not good for people.
I do kind of agree, like slightly. I don't know. I also think like we shouldn't put all the blame on like the porn websites. It should also just be like, you know, take care of yourself.
But I think if we're gonna like ban some, like maybe
I'd say put an ID check on porn websites.
Like an actual one.
Yeah.
Not like just like, yes, I am.
Yeah.
It's so bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I see what you're saying, the point of like, you know, everyone's to their own accord. But I think now, like just the world now is so easy to just get wrapped up in it, whether it's like, not necessarily this particular, but anything that people see and they think it's okay. So they just, you know, so-and-so you say it's okay. And some of the girls like, yeah, I'm going to do that too because I feel the same way. I just think like, where does it all go though? You know, where does it end up? It just seems like we're just fucking just destroying ourselves.
I also think like how sexualized is everything gonna get? Because obviously I feel like through time, like social media, you see Twitter, you go on Twitter, you just see porn, don't you?
Yeah.
And like through time, everything's got so much more like heavy sexualized. Like you see it everywhere, like girls' tits and like just everything. And it's like, when is it gonna get to that point where it's like we can't show? How do I explain this? It's like so sexualized that like people's pussies are just like on TV.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like,
will there be a pinnacle where then we become like more Mormon again?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about Mormon, but I think we're getting to that point where people are just like, I think it's doing more harm than it's doing good. And I think there's obviously a lot of women that, you know, they're able to, not even porn specifically, but even just the other tiers of OnlyFans, where it's like, I'm just selling this, I'm selling that. Because there's this weird thing that I don't know if you ever talk about this, but people are buying your content or they're messaging you or they're paying for these things. And I'm assuming, and I don't know how you're going to answer this because a lot of people try to pretend like they do it all, but like you don't even have the time to answer all of this stuff. Someone's probably likely helping you with it. And then you have these people who are like, you know, they'll call them incels or whoever, and they're like buying this content under the idea, the notion that they're buying it from you and they're talking to you, and it's really probably someone who's just regurgitating the content that's already filmed and then regurgitating the messages, and people are paying for this. And it's like, they're not even talking to the person that in their fantasy mind they're talking to. And it's just weird. It's so strange to me how people don't get that, or I don't know if they don't know that or if they don't care, but it's like it's selling this sort of like weird fucking fantasy. And I think it's just making people fucking dumb as fuck. Dumb and like lame. And it's just,
I think there's like two sides to it though, because there's people who are like turn into incels, and then there's these like red pill men who are like so intense, like it's gone to extremes.
What's intense about the red pill men who are just like, women shouldn't be whores, basically?
Yeah, like no, they're not even saying just that. Like, they're just basically saying like, we are not equal.
That
like,
men and women are not equal?
Yeah. Women should stay in the kitchen and, you know, be stay-at-home moms and things like that. Yeah,
I mean, well, there's a whole conversation around that comes to like fucking economy and the way the world's gone and how like weak the dollar. There's so many things that have led to like women having to make more money on their own, just because like general, not even talking about you and making money, but people can't even sustain this sort of life that was quote unquote the American dream for so long.
True.
So people, you know, women in general are like, more than ever the last, like, have to get jobs and have to be involved in actually making money. Otherwise, like, people can't even sustain themselves anymore.
No, so true.
So it's just a weird time, but I still can't get over the fact that like, I think it's so poisonous to people. Like, it's causing, yeah, man. Like, and even this OnlyFans thing, just the fact that I know for a fact 99% of these girls, they're not even running it. Like, they're doing whatever they're doing. They're taking the photos, they're giving it to some team, and the team is like running it for them behind them or answering the messages, because they wouldn't have the bandwidth to reach that amount of, like, you know, we talk about the girls who was like, some chick, she's, I made $4 million, whatever. It's like, she's not, there's zero chance that girl, we don't have to have the conversation about it, don't even have to talk about it, that she's answering all those messages. So then this weird parasocial relationship that they're having with the person that it's like, they'll likely never meet, they'll never actually talk to, they're not actually talking to, but they're like emptying their bank accounts.
I mean, what's different about me is I do meet them and I do give them that more like personal thing, and the guys actually get to fuck me. So
it's a little different, but it's like, And then you talk about, or I see, then the copycat people, and it's like, it's weird. It's like, this is like becoming some sort of.
Well, did you see that woman just got arrested in Turkey?
Yeah, I did. I saw. I don't know if that was real or not. I saw that clip though, of a girl who was, I guess she was gonna do something. I don't know if it was similar, but
she was gonna fuck 100 guys for OnlyFans.
Yeah, so like, look what you're doing. You don't ever
setting trends.
But you're not like, what am I doing? Like,
you know what? I do stuff for me, and I do stuff because like I know I'm gonna enjoy this, and I don't do it for the money. So I know.
But you
what
do
I'm doing.
It for the money.
But I don't,
because you just said earlier that you were in college and you were gonna do this, but then you're like, fuck it, I can make money doing this.
No, I meant as in I found a way that I could make money doing a hobby, doing something I enjoyed doing. So I thought, why not? Like, that is the dream now. Like, do something you love and never work a day in your life.
Yeah. I guess.
Like, if you could make money, doing this, talking, gym content. Yeah, why the hell not?
But for sure, I just think what that adds to society, like, is if some guy's like, oh man, I want to better my life, I want to get in shape because I like whatever I see, or I want to eat healthier and better my body. This, like, we're talking about the same thing, but like one is very detrimental, and then one is like actually kind of aspirational. I
mean, I don't think of mine as detrimental. I'm doing charity work out here. I'm sure some of these guys I haven't fucked in 10, 20 years.
But that's like
I'm doing charity work.
but that's like the thing. Remember we talked about, we were with Candace and Steiny, but that's the thing. It's almost like you kind of have to say, otherwise it's like people would be less interested in coming to support or to purchase or to be a part of whatever these escapades are. And if you didn't say that, then people would be like, oh, she doesn't actually like this, I don't want to support this. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, how actually genuine do you think you're doing a good thing? Is it like a net negative or a net positive to, like,
I'm not saying
or you just don't care?
No. I'm not saying I'm helping out society. I'm not saying like I'm doing the world good and things like that. I'm just saying I'm doing what I want and enjoying what I want. And I don't like, I've never claimed to be an influencer. You know what I mean? Like, this is just my life, and I'm sharing it on the internet.
So you don't ever think about, like, if it's hurting other people or fucking other people? It doesn't matter to you?
The thing is, though, I've always like preached that women shouldn't follow what I do. What I do is extreme, and I do it because I enjoy it. And I don't want to like force other girls to do this at all. I've had so many girls message me saying like, should I start OnlyFans? And I've always preached like, you need to have a real good thing because this will change your life. It's not all good things, society sees you in such a different way. You're going to have your relationships with all your friends and your family are going to change. There are downsides to this job 100%. And I very much, tell them the pros and the cons and let them make their own decision.
Yeah. Should we just not let them make their own decisions then anymore?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm kind of like the red pill guy. Should they just not make decisions anymore? Because they're making bad ones.
Oh, yeah. There'll be some girls that choose not to do it though. If I tell them, I think like all the pros and the cons.
So you are an influencer?
Not an influencer. No, I'm just trying to help girls. If they want to get into the industry, I want to tell them the whole truth. Because obviously online, people are seeing Sophie Rain makes $4 million a month or something like crazy like that. That is one person out of millions that makes that much. Isn't like the average OnlyFans girl make about girl or boy, sorry, make about $100, $200 a month, which is kind of nothing.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, dude.
And obviously you're going to see all the successes online. You're going to see them pushed in the media and shit like that. People don't realize how many people are so unsuccessful on it as well because you just don't hear about it.
Yeah, I get it. Pull up that documentary thing. I can't believe it's like people. It's just feeding into the fucking negativity. It's like people just love. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, of, but like people love the train wreck. Like this is an hour-long video. What are you?
Well, this is the thing. This is an hour-long video, and the clip that went the most viral is the one of me crying.
Yeah.
When I'm so positive throughout all of it, but that little part.
I genuinely wonder what when no one's here and there's no cameras and your assistant or whoever, you're wonderful, you're probably great, is not here. Like you go home, are you just like, I'm fucking stoked on what I'm doing? I just want to know the truth.
No, I'm so chuffed. Like I literally said to my sister, I was like, I'm actually just like living
like
the
just
dream.
pretend the cameras are off right now.
Right. This is what I aspire to do for like.
You don't go home and you cry a little bit like, fuck, man, what did I do?
Jesus, no.
I saw a clip of you with fucking, it looked like you had something on your face.
Spunk on my face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what?
I did a little cum walk. This guy called Plaster and Matty generally has like the biggest cum loads ever, like you've ever seen, that it's like nothing else. So I just need to do a cum walk with it.
But it's like, so you just, oh God, you just have no, to me, right? Soul.
Yes.
Do you disagree with that?
Disagree with what? Walking around with cum on my face?
That know that you don't have a soul.
I don't think I don't have a soul. I don't think too deep in stuff like that. I don't think I'm very smart. And I think that's why I'm like so happy all the time, because I don't think that deep into things.
Yeah.
You know, people who overthink things all the time, it makes them so unhappy and they're on antidepressants because they're thinking about this or that. I just think I'm quite like, quite stupid that I don't think a lot.
I guess because I've always done things, and it's just me personally. Obviously, like no one needs to be how I am, or you know, anyone could be how you are, whatever. But I just think in life, money's great and it's cool, and everyone thinks it's everything you need, and until you have it, and then you get to a point where you're like, well, is this what's actually making me feel fulfilled and happy? And when I talk about the soul, I just mean like, in my opinion, someone's soul is sort of their relationship to their life and how their life sort of plays out in relationship to everyone else, you know, and the energy that you put out there, and you know, the words that you say, or the moments that you have with people, whether it's online or not, is like how that energy gets kind of moved through that friend group, or in this situation to people who are watching this video, or however, like this documentary with fucking 8 million views a month ago, like people are watching this and they're thinking about their lives and their relationships and all these whatever, right? And I think it's great. Making money is amazing. It's fun, and you could buy fucking nice things and travel and eat the food you want to eat, and that's like the kind of coolest part of it. But how you make the money, I don't know. I just feel like because there's so many things I could do and I could have done, or I could still do, that I'm just like, I can't do that because it just wouldn't sit well with me. And because like the way that I know that it would affect other people. And I think that the sad part in it, and again, I'm not just trying to like attack you or make you feel bad, but it's like, there seems to be less regard for the world. Like, this is just another extension of it. And there's so many other versions of it, or other industries that kind of do the same thing, where it's like, fuck everything. I'm just trying to get paid. I'm just trying to have money and live my life this way that I want to live it. And I don't care about anything else. But then like that affects everything else in so many different ways. And so when I talk about the soul, it's like, it's willfully being like, I don't care about if this affects anyone any other way. Cause you know, you might be the one exception that was able to do this as a woman and be like, I actually don't give a fuck, and genuinely not give a fuck. But as much as you say to the next girl, like, yeah, you shouldn't do this because there's so many things bad with it. Like the girl who's also struggling financially might be like, well, I need money though. Cause I've had conversations with girls that are like, yeah, I just did this because I needed money. And you said at one point you did it because you needed money and you went towards it. But it was also something you did. I just think there's so many people who are going to like aspire to do something, and just like, I don't know, it just seems like overall social media, the world, we're pushing more people towards who cares about anyone else or anything else. Just get what you need. And that's it. And that to me is like the version of selling your soul. Cause you're like, I don't care how this affects or comes across to anyone. As long as I'm happy, and as long as I have money, and as long as I'm fulfilled in whatever ways make you fulfilled, and like, fuck how it affects everyone else.
The thing is, before I did like the 100 or any of these like big stunts, before I actually did porn, I was probably making like over 6 figures a month. This was before I did porn, when I was doing like very quite like tame stuff on my own.
What is tame stuff?
Maybe like solo stuff, a bit of fingering.
So still doing it. But not like
that,
not.
I don't think of that as like porn. I think that's just like.
But if someone's purchasing it and they're watching you, and then they're probably, you know, gooning to it, that's porn.
I don't know. Well, but,
porn.
But guys wank over Instagram photos, so
yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not saying it's fucking, but it's
they'll fucking wank over anything, so anything's porn to them. But what I was trying to say is basically like, I didn't have to do this. Like I had enough money. I have very much the same lifestyle as I did before I did any of these like extreme events. And so like, obviously you're saying like, oh, like you've done this so much for money. And it's like, it's not really, because like I was doing so well by like, I could have just kept going as I was. And, you know, still had a good lifestyle. Sorry.
And then you said, fuck my soul. I'm going to fuck 100 guys in one day.
No, but I don't think of myself as, this might sound a bit old my own arse, I don't think of myself as a bad person. Like even after doing this and like you said, like this has like a tremendous effect on other people. It's quite hard, especially like.
Fuck those other people, right?
No, but I don't think of it like that. Like I don't think I'm influencing anyone because like I'm just out here doing my thing. You know what I mean? And it's quite funny, I guess, being on social media and being online, you don't realize like how many people are watching. Like them 8 million people are all actual people. Like to me, we went to this event yesterday where I met like a lot of like porn fans and things like that. And
what
like
event was that?
It was called X3. It's like a convention for.
Was that out here?
Yeah. In LA,
I thought it's normally like Vegas shit.
Yeah, well then there's another one in Vegas I'm going to.
Okay.
But it was just funny to see like their actual real life people watching my shit. Like I guess you don't really fathom that it's actual people.
Yeah, I didn't think they were real. I don't get it. I don't understand. I've never in my life ever purchased anything on any pornography sites.
Oh,
ever.
really?
Yeah. I just don't get it.
But then do you watch porn?
No, I used to.
Have you?
Oh, I used to. And I had a problem. I think I had a problem with it.
Yeah.
And which is why I had to stop it.
This is the thing, because everyone slates the porn industry, but then watches it themselves. And it's like, well, you contribute.
I recognize how detrimental it was to my mental health and how much it was like making me either non-productive or like me doing it and being like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, that moment, like most guys probably relate to that with like they nut and they're like, why did I just fucking do this?
Really?
But I'm saying like that in just porn in general, like watching it and like, it's not like a real fucking.
It makes me a lot more productive when I watch it. So
it makes you more productive.
Yeah. Cause I'm like, I need to do that.
Well,
Gives me ideas.
But that's so that's what I'm saying. It's a you thing, right? But
yeah,
everyone else is like they're almost becoming like mental slaves to the shit that like that quick dopamine reaction to like, oh, I got my fucking shit off. And I stopped probably like almost 3 years ago, jerking off in general, period. But also stopped watching porn because I remember recognizing at one point I was like, I'm wasting time, energy. Like this is just not making.
Do you just not wank, or no. Do you just see girls?
Yeah, no, I just have sex. Hopefully, like a normal person is what I'm thinking. But yeah, I recognize how detrimental it was for me, and that's why when you talk about it, because this is, there's just people who are going to see this and be like, oh, I want to either check it out, or a girl's going to see it like, oh, I want to be on a podcast and talk about whatever, right? And it's just. You're adding to both levels of just sort of someone's fucking misery in this temporary fucking, but then we can talk about fucking life in general and how temporary all this shit is. But I don't know, man. It just feels weird. Weird. And you never feel that.
No, I don't feel.
Truly. You never go like, man, what the fuck am I doing?
No. I don't ever be like, God, I wish I didn't choose to do this. Never, ever have I ever looked back and regretted it. That's the thing. Like people always say like, especially when they watch this, they're like, it sounded like you regret it. Not at all. There was not one bone in my body that I feel shame or regret or anything like that.
I thought
it was like the best decision ever.
Fuck, dude. I just find it so hard to believe. Like, cause like, where do you go from here? It's like, do you want to have kids? Do you not care about family and kids and all that kind of stuff?
I think I'll see how like, I'm very like in the moment kind of person. I just see how things go, see how my life goes. Like, I'm also one of the people that's like, I could die tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of want to do what I want to do kind of in the moment. Obviously, you do have to think about stuff like longevity and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm quite like in the moment person. I always have been.
So you're good. This is what you're good with leaving behind if you died tomorrow?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Fuck.
Great legacy.
What if you could have done something different?
What if I could do something different?
Yeah.
I'm not good at anything else though.
All right, let's try to work on it. So let's pretend that it just never happened. You never did this. What would you be doing?
I always thought something in social media, because I was already kind of doing something like that. I've always been quite like creative with, you know, like Instagram photos and things like that. But then like I have a obviously really sexual side. So this is why this was just such a good job for me, because it brought together like what I loved, the creative nurse photos and things like that with my sexual side.
You're good. You got a good poker face. I just don't buy it, man. There's no way you don't go home and you're like, fuck.
It's so funny. Like people say that to me all the time, but there are other girls out here who fuck 100 guys without it being on camera. Like I don't think you realize like what it's like when you go to like these swingers clubs. Like these are people's lifestyles. They're married and they're fucking people. Like some people are just different. Like no, not everyone thinks like you.
For sure. Yeah, I get it. I remember I once, this is so funny. This is when I was still a trainer before I blew up on social media. There was a guy I was training at the time I was training a girl that I was dating, and he saw me training her this is in Beverly Hills at an Equinox. And this guy come up to me and he was like, oh, train me and my wife. And this is when I was broke.
Right.
This is this example of not selling my soul. But I looked back, I was like, maybe I should have done that given the circumstances, but I also didn't, because it just would have felt weird. But long story short, I was a trainer. So he said, come train me and my wife. I'm like, all right, cool. He said, come to our house and come meet us. Through a couple different conversations, I started to get the vibe that this was like not a normal training thing that he was looking for.
He wanted you to fuck his
He wanted me
ass.
to fuck his wife. No, not his ass. He wanted me to fuck his wife, and he wanted to watch.
Yeah.
And he was saying strange things to me, and I was like, that's kind of weird. So, but I'm like, again, this is when I was broke as shit, just trying to figure my life out. And I met the wife, and you could tell the wife, because I met the wife, and then there's a nice house in Beverly Hills, and they had these kids, and I see the kids. I was like walking through the kitchen, and I sit down in the living room. I'm talking to him, and then the wife comes in, and I remember meeting her, and you could tell by the look on her face and just the whole energy and everything about her, this was not something she was happy doing. She didn't enjoy this, but she was doing it because she was his wife, and that's what he wanted. It. And I remember after I met her, and because I was at that point, I was like, okay, I know what this is. And I met her, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this, because she seemed just soulless.
So not into it.
She seemed like, I have to do this because my husband wants this, and I don't enjoy this.
You should have dated me instead.
Well, I mean, he could have found you, yeah, but
this is the thing though. Like, I think people don't realize like how many people are into it. So I get this question on a daily, like, you're never going to find a guy to marry, or you're never going to find a boyfriend or live a happy life or get loved. And it's like, there are so many guys out there that people don't realize that are into lending their wife out, you know, being a cook or.
Is that the kind of guy you want to marry?
Yeah, I would be happy with that.
You'd marry a guy who'd be like.
That would be the dream. What do you mean? Like, I could go fuck as many guys as I wanted.
Oh God,
and have a husband.
That sounds so terrible.
Or I always think that, or a guy in porn, so he's doing the same as me.
Yeah, I always figured like that's like
that's the go-to.
That's the only way it goes. It feels like at some point, and you wouldn't care. You'd be fine with that.
No. Yeah. I'd be happy, like, because as well, then I would feel happy with myself, because then I could do what I wanted as well, and like still do my job. I would never like to be with someone who would go, you need to stop your job, otherwise we can't date.
Yeah.
I wouldn't date that.
So there's no one that you could stop the job for?
No.
Fuck, man.
Not until, like, the thing is though, I want to keep doing this even in my personal life till I'm like knocking on death's door. So like, I need someone who's like happy.
Well, what is it? What is it that you enjoy about it? So just I think it's the
exhibitionistness. Like, I like people watching me have sex and things like that.
Like, you enjoy that? You get off on that?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think that's one of the reasons why I loved OnlyFans so much, because so many people were watching me, you know, get off and have sex and things like that. That's
and you just never think of the negatives that can come with that for them. You just zero thought of that.
No, because they're texting me going, fucking hell, I love this. Like,
fuck, man. Until they fucking grow up and realize it's just destroying their brains.
But I think that's like your point of view, that it destroys your brain.
I think that's happening. I don't even think it's I think it's just happening. And whether people are aware of it or not, I think it's happening regardless. Genuinely.
But I watch porn, and I watch porn very like with a level head. Like I'm not, you know, crazy addicted and things like that. Like, I can watch porn and get off to porn, then I can also masturbate and not watch anything and just think about things and still get off. Like I'm, I guess, disciplined with it.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally it's a gambling term normally, or a life term in the gym, but not so much in the sex world, I guess. Discipline's such a funny thing to say. So, okay. All right, boys, listen up. Quick interruption for the podcast. Shout out Blue Chew. If you guys have ever had a hard time, well, maybe a soft time in the bedroom, you're going to want to give this a shot. If you haven't tried it, really simple right now. All of our listeners, go there. Blue Chew right now is giving basically a free month for free. If you guys have ever thought about trying it, I think you should. I recommend it. You don't got to feel any way about it. Give it a shot. Go to bluechew.com right now. They're giving away a month for free. It's that simple. Just go there right now, a month for free. If you ever questioned it, the question's going to go away. You're going to know the answer very soon. Go to bluechew.com right now for more information, also for the safety information. Thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring this podcast. Let's get back into the pod. See what else Lily has to say. I guess let's talk about this whole 100 guy thing. Yeah. Was there so there was no moment you were like, okay, maybe I should just do fucking 50 or fucking 10 or...
No, because 100 is such like a nice round number.
Such a nice round number.
I'd already done, I think, 40 at that time as well.
Do any of the guys stand out?
There was one with a micro penis.
So the guy with the smallest penis stood out.
There was one that also licked his own spunk off my face. He really
That is fucking terrible. That guy should be... We should... You know, maybe you're doing good work. We could find these people and like put them somewhere. You know?
I've had many girls message me saying, I need to know the list of guys that are fucking you and come to these things so I can stay far away as possible.
Yo, like, yeah, we got to put them on a list. Like, this is a different kind of list. Well, I don't get it too. The thing I never understood was like, where do you find these people? They're just like random people who have been
online.
Yeah.
I'll just put it out to everyone online.
And you're like, yo, it's like a meetup and we're going to meet here. And then,
So,
and then they're just looking at each other like, what the fuck?
There's like, there was a waiting room. So like, yeah, I guess
I remember the first clip I saw was just a bunch of shoes.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I saw.
Well, some of them were like hyped to go together as well. Some of them wanted to go in the gangbang and things like that. Because, with the 100, I did it mostly one-on-one, but some of them wanted to go together. There was one guy that actually his wife sent him there. Like his wife showed him my post and was like, you need to go to this. So that's what I mean, like they're into stuff like that.
Where are these people, man? We got to rile them up.
We should
put them somewhere.
You know, you'd be really surprised because some of them are really good looking. That sounds kind of mean, but like, you know, some of them, I had like all ages, all races, all body types. Like, it's really surprising that like every man and their dog are happy to come to these things, not just like weird, creepy men.
That's surprising. That's surprising.
That was surprising to me as well.
But maybe it's just they're just creepy in their own way, you know?
Mentally
fucked. Mentally just don't care about life. I don't know, man. Obviously, it's guy, girl shit. We can talk about that shit all day. But so are you trying to, I guess you're trying to do more?
Yeah. I'm doing 300 on...
I can't talk you out of it?
No.
Okay.
Trust me, I've had 1,000 Christians in my DMs trying to talk me out of it.
But no other religious Christians?
Mostly Christians.
Trying to just like, they're probably like, yo.
Yeah, there was a hashtag save Lily Phillips.
You need to meet God, like not die, but like you need God in your life.
Any God.
You don't think there's some truth to that, little God?
No.
Do you believe in
I believe
God?
in manifestation, like a high power.
Yeah. You don't believe in God?
No.
Are you like atheist?
I don't know. I'm not bothered.
I'm not bothered. It's the craziest way to answer that. So you believe in a higher power though?
Yeah, I believe that there's something out there. Well, I believe in like manifestation, that like something is meant for us and, you know, you're here for a meaning and things like that.
You work towards it.
Yeah.
You don't believe in like manifesting bad things?
If you put it out into the universe?
Yeah,
definitely.
well, this being like a bad thing and like doing it and then...
No, because I'm like a glass half full kind of girl.
Oh my God. What kind of glass is that?
A spunk one. We've got a whole jar that I'm trying to fill up at the minute.
You didn't bring that here.
I brought the jar.
Oh my God.
I know.
Jesus
I've
Christ.
had Adam 22 fill up the first one. I have had Adam 22. Adam 22 fill up the first bit. So I'm trying to like see how long it takes to fill up a jar of spunk, because like when I do these big gangbangs, I always think like, how many milliliters of cum am I actually taking? Like it's like for scientific reasons. So I've sacrificed it. Instead of going on my face, it's going in the jar. And I'm going to count how many like guys it takes to fill up.
Yeah, I feel like back in the day, people would just like pick flowers or something, put them in a jar, and like put some water in there, and like, you know, like it's just some wholesome shit.
Well, you know, like people collect like teeth, hair, and stuff like that. I collect spunk.
Or put like herbs in there, like for tea. But okay,
tea isn't my hobby.
Tea is not the hobby. No, I get it. Has there been anyone popular? Obviously, you can't really fucking dox them, but has anyone reached out that was like wanting to?
I fucked Faze Banks yesterday, day before. Doxed him. He doesn't mind though. He's one of them people that's like
savage.
Very like open. Like he's very honest with like anything. So he won't mind, I'm sure, if I say this.
I feel weird asking, but how was that? I guess
big cock.
Nice. Congrats, Faze.
Thank you.
Congrats, Banks. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of has everything though. Like
because he's what? He's like tall, good
looking, rich.
Yeah.
Lovely personality as well. Like he's quite humble.
Great guy.
I thought he was going to be like.
I love that guy.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be a bit, it sounds rude, but just like a bit like LA, like. Ugh.
What has that even, are you just like, oh, so we're here? Because I feel like there's no, because they know what it is, that person's going to know what it is. It's just like that. Is it just like, all right, get on the bed? Like
no. He was like, come out, like me and my friends are out here, we have some drinks, stuff like that. And then we just fucked in the toilets.
Classy.
Thank you.
Classy. Wow. I'm assuming that wasn't your first time in the toilet.
No. The disabled person and waiting outside for me. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm joking.
Fuck everyone else but me, dude.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, fuck the disabled guy. You probably let him on too, no?
Yeah. Oh, when I was at these conventions yesterday, there was guys in like wheelchairs and I was like, I really want to fuck someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, fun. I mean, shit.
As well, like, you know, see, this is a good thing. Something good. Fuck someone in a wheelchair and like whatever charity they want the money for the video to go to, I'm happy to.
I love to
give the money over.
The charity thing is great.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Justin, I don't know if there's any saving her, bro. I don't know if there's any saving
Too far past gone.
Fuck. So has there been anyone, you don't even have to say the name, but has there been anyone like the popular, besides Banks, that has like hit you up that you were like, wow, that's kind of weird? Like a random dudes with check marks being like, yo, what's good? Or they like trying to stay away?
Who's like the most famous guy? The thing is, I dox people, so like I feel like people are.
But you dox, you just don't give a fuck.
If no.
Well, we know you don't care about other people. We've established that.
No, but it is like I can dox people. I don't really care. I don't really know. Not anyone recent. Okay,
because Steiny keeps trolling me and saying that I was trying. Have I tried?
No.
Okay, there we go.
See, I'm honest. Yeah. Like I wouldn't ever lie about that.
Yeah. So no one hit you and was like, yo, like what's going on over there? You're in LA.
I'm trying to think. There's people all the time, but I'm just a bit like, I'm not bothered about anyone who's famous. That sounds like, I don't know, a bit like, a bit up my own arse. But like, I don't really care who I shag. So like, it's neither here nor there if it's someone famous.
Then you just really don't care?
No.
Fuck, I don't get it. I don't, it's just not computing with me. You don't feel like your body's like special or important?
No.
Okay.
I'm giving my body what it wants.
Your body's not a temple.
A temple that likes visitors.
That likes visitors? Okay. Holy shit. Well, we tried, Justin. We tried, dude. We did. We really tried. Okay, let's try.
Have you ever had like a lady in the adult industry come on and you change her?
No, absolutely not. No, I don't think there's changing. There's just talking about it. I don't think you can really change someone.
Are there many people that come on and it's like, I regret that? Like,
I've talked to people who have said that they, that have done it for a time and they all kind of do regret it over time.
I really, but there are people in the industry who've been in there for like 20 years.
What's that?
There's people in the industry who've been there for like 20 years.
Yeah. No, I've talked, I mean, like, for example, I had a lot of Rose on and she talked about her experience and it was like, she wishes she didn't do a lot of the stuff that she did because of the way, I guess it's sort of.
I think she went into it though because she was like, this is going to sound mean, but like poor and for the money and things like that. I think that's because wasn't she in prison?
I don't know all the details, but you just said, but that's why you did it too.
No, it wasn't. Mine was because it was a hobby and I could make money from a hobby. But like I this can sound like I've always like lived a comfortable life. Like my parents weren't poor or anything like that. And so like I didn't have to go into this at all.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. So your parents, your dad does not care.
This is how I explain it to people. They don't support what I do, but they support and love me. And so they'll always have my back no matter what. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, of course, it's your parents. They,
Like I haven't killed anyone. I haven't done anything illegal. I'm just doing porn.
For sure.
And I think as well, if they like disowned me and didn't stop talking to me, like it would only make life 10 times worse for all of us. So why would they do that kind of thing? So
for you and your family. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Not even so much that. Just at somewhere along the lines would have been like, maybe don't do this.
If you had a daughter, what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, if I was your daughter.
Oh my God. Before it had started, or when I saw it was starting, I probably would have like sent you to somewhere else.
But I'm 18 and I live on my own.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I probably would be like, you're not my daughter. I don't know. Cause I'm just like, what? Like I would have, and this is going to sound mean, but I would have had to have failed miserably as a father that like my daughter would even think that that's an option.
Right.
I think so. That like, there's just so many other, I feel like there's so many other ways. If we talk about the internet, there's so many other ways to make money, to live a comfortable life, to be happy that doesn't require giving your body up to that extent or that.
But Dad, this is my passion.
Yeah. I mean, fuck. Okay, so we're role playing now. I've been like, yeah,
Thanks, Daddy.
Sex is great too. I remember I loved it. I still love it, but maybe it's a little more private.
Disgusting to talk
but maybe
about.
it's a little more private. You ever think keep it a little more special?
Dad, I just love getting my holes out on the internet. Like
Wow.
I like old creepy men wanking to me.
Wow, yeah, that's I don't even know what I would say. I'm trying to like.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like people come at my parents so much, and it's like they're doing life the first time as well, and like I feel like people put so much pressure on my parents. It's like, dude, I'm a 23-year-old woman. Like I can do what I want, and everything I do is because of me. You know what I mean? I just hate when people come for my parents. It really, like, I don't mind hate about me, but when people talk about your family and say your parents have screwed up and shit like that, and it's just like, that's not nice because.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the inverse though kind of happens when in doing this. It's like that's like it's funny that's the one thing you don't like. That's the interesting thing.
But I just love my family so
much. So you
much.
kind of do care about other people, but they got to be your family.
Yeah. Oh, my family and my friends, I would do anything for them.
What if they said stop?
But they would know that would make me miserable. No, none of them have ever said stop. That would just like make me so miserable. So why would they do that?
Fuck. Justin, we're really trying over here, bro. I swear.
It's also like, look at it from this perspective, like not that, I mean, I enjoy this and things like that, but like if I stop now, I would still be the girl who's fucked 100 dudes.
Oh no, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You're
like
now. But like you could have.
I may as well now just.
Yeah, but like you could have. The whole point is obviously we can't rewrite your history.
No.
But the whole point is to have the conversation about it, to be like, is this the best fit? Like, is this for people to be like, yeah, that's a good thing to go do? And obviously you said earlier, there's downfalls or pitfalls to it. That's not necessarily a good thing, but. That's the only reason why I'm having the conversation, because obviously I can't change your past. No one can change your past. It's just more about having the conversation in general to talk about the fact that I just feel like the world is going to fucking shit. And this is not you specifically. Porn, OnlyFans, there's just so much shit. It's like, I also find it so interesting because people are having such a hard time just like getting by and living. And I'm just like, who are these people? Where are they getting this money to fucking give all these random chicks money? Like, it's just like, we're just destroying our fucking, we're just destroying society.
So it's really funny though. Some of the guys.
Sorry, you are, not me. I don't know. I'm not. You are.
Some of the guys are like, this is their problem though. Like some of the guys.
Yeah, but it's like a crackhead. It's like, yo, bro, stop smoking crack, but there's crack everywhere. Check it out. And it's like, but you shouldn't smoke the crack, but then there's just crack everywhere.
But then but crack is illegal. Porn and alcohol isn't. So speak of it as an alcohol. Yeah, but that
doesn't mean that it's good. Like fucking alcohol shit it's just another, that's the whole problem, right? It's like alcohol, porn, all this stuff is not good for people. And everyone knows that it's not good for people. Like it's the addiction of it is not good. Even social media, we could talk about, it's not a good thing where it's like this constant validation or not
there's
validation.
There's pros and cons.
No, there's not though. There's like, it's not a good thing. It's a thing though that people have created. Oh, it's just accepted.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm trying to speak to.
Porn and OnlyFans gets banned tomorrow. No. But then things are getting more, like things will get worse. It's like when people ban abortion, people are then only going to get like illegal abortions, and it makes it so much more unsafe. You're better like actually making porn safe and regulating it than you are banning it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hear what you're trying to say.
It's tough because it's also like it's the government and it's this, like it's not one person's problem. Like you can't point the finger at one person. It's tricky.
I mean, it's
but like if I stop OnlyFans tomorrow, they're only gonna go bank off to another person. Like it's not.
No, that's what I'm speaking to, right? Obviously, like this isn't a just you problem.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to make you feel like I'm attacking you specifically, but it's just the world and the way it's set up. It's like it seems like people are just.
I don't disagree that there are things that we need to change, but I don't think it's all bad. I don't think like you should just send the asteroids. You know what I mean?
I feel like we need it. I feel like we need that. I feel like we need asteroids just reset,
restart, get the dinosaurs back up here. They were doing a better job.
They gotta do us like the dinosaurs, man. I don't know, because like, are we bringing this shit to Mars with us? Like, what's going on?
Oh my god! But then, like, have you heard we're going to Mars?
Of course,
I would love to be the first person to get fucked on Mars. I text that to like Elon.
I'm sure you probably tweeted that one, huh?
Yeah. Well, he's got that. Is it Starlink? Or it's like,
Starlink.
Elon, let me aboard. I want to make a fucking porn video there.
Yeah. Then you have Kai Snat saying he wants to be the first streamer, and then there's you saying you want to be the first having sex. It's like, bro,
we're just all
we're fucked.
Traitors.
I think we're fucked. I think total collapse. I give it like 10 years. We're screwed financially, everything. I think we're screwed. It's like, then what? But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're adding to it. I'm trying to like unadd to it. I'm trying my best.
Yeah, trying to make the world one bit better again.
Yeah, it's maybe a little nihilistic, a little like no hope in my mind, kind of. Because when I think about it, it's just like you said, it obviously is the person who's choosing what they're doing with their life, and you can't make people choose just because you think it's a bad idea. But I don't know. I just go back to the crack thing. It's like, man, if it's there, these crackheads are using it. And they're just going to make their life worse until they realize, oh, wait, maybe I should stop. And then maybe it's too late. And I'm not just in the sense of porn, but it's just everything. Like we're just down this rabbit hole. It's nuts, man. I don't know. Maybe I took too many shrooms.
I know you probably like getting deep into it.
I don't know what's going on.
No, I like it. This is like 4 a.m. at a sesh kind of conversations.
Yeah. Does it turn you on or what?
You are pretty hot.
Whoa. Hold on a sec. I can't be one of the ones. I can't do it.
Not even looking me in the eye anymore.
Yeah, no, my I just cannot. I just couldn't do it, dude. I don't think
really. What if you were number one?
Nah. Just because I know there's more after, I'm like,
I feel like you'd secretly do it though. The thing is, you can't have any disguise because you're so big and like you're so just like distinguished. Like you're
well,
your
yeah,
shape.
I post too much. I over the years,
people would dox you. People would be like, wait, that's Bradley.
Yeah,
Martyn.
they see the hand tattoo or something. Yeah. It just wouldn't. No, I could never do it, man. I just couldn't. I don't know. It's nuts. So what do you do like in your free time? Do you just
I work so much that like I don't really.
You don't have normal life things?
I have a dog, so I walk my dog a lot.
What's your dog think about what you do?
Oh,
she's probably pretty disappointed.
Nah, because like where is she living? She's fucking living it up. What do you mean? Like
money again.
Yeah. No.
Money, there it is. Those are all the little there it is. Oh God, we really tried, man. What So when you see the people and they talk all the shit about you, because obviously some people are going to see this, talk shit about you, talk shit in the comments. You know, the manosphere, the red pill guys, they're all talking shit. What do you have to say to Myron? Because I know he probably hates you.
Please tweet me more. It makes me go so much more viral, and then puts me out to more guys, and then more guys watch my porn.
I'm not gonna lie.
What gets me off?
I'm not gonna lie. Part of me felt bad even doing the interview
because you're adding to it.
Exactly.
Because you're promoting me at the end of the day.
Exactly. There was a part of me that I was gonna last minute I was like, fuck, should I not do this? I'm gonna cancel. And
you're gonna get cancelled.
No, I just thought I could get through to you, and that was not happening.
But this has been a productive conversation. It hasn't been. You haven't been siding with me.
No, I could never. I couldn't. I couldn't. My soul would not let me.
Right.
It just wouldn't let me, man.
We'll see about that later.
No, there's no.
When the cameras go off, he'll be all over it.
No,
and then he's
zero
like,
chance.
Baby,
I can't do it.
Baby, let me be one number 1,000.
No, I can never do it. Never. Steiny though, Steiny. I was gonna have him on the pod.
Would he fuck me?
I actually think that he probably he's gonna hate that I'm saying this, but I think he would. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he would.
Why? Why do you think he would?
Because he's like a little. He is one of them guys that would turn up to my like 100.
No!
Like he looks like a few of them.
Fuck.
No. He's just like. I feel like he'll take anything he gets. That sounds a bit mean, actually. Now that was coming out of my mouth. But like no, but he's kind of a bit more chill with like OnlyFans girls, doesn't he? And like porn stars and I feel like he watches porn. Like you obviously.
Yeah.
Say you don't watch porn, but he definitely does.
Yeah, I think he does. I don't know, man. God, hope he's good. Hope he's doing great. I know he's at the inauguration. That's good. How do you feel about our politics here in the U.S.?
To be honest, I haven't really kept up with it.
Yeah.
I heard Trump is coming in.
Yeah.
I just want TikTok back because while I'm here, I can't fucking get TikTok.
Yeah, well, that's a whole interesting conversation in and of itself. They did the whole little finesse where they were like, it was weird. They
Is it coming back?
It's already back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been it took like 19 hours and they're like, oh, it's back. And then I guess it's going to be back for another 90 days. So they figure out what to do with it. But yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Who do you like?
Who do I like as far as what?
Is this bad to talk about politics?
I mean, I don't really talk about politics, but no, I wanted Trump to win.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We've heard he's really bad.
You've heard he's bad?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really keep up with it. Like,
yeah. What do you hear that he's bad? Like, what are they in the UK? What do they know that he's bad for?
Just lots of like racist stuff.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't. But this
pussy?
is the thing.
You all know about that one, right?
I don't mind that though.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But,
respect.
To be honest, I don't do my research, so I can't really talk on it. It's not something for me to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't really get into so much political shit because I don't know all the details of it. I just know it seems like we're just headed to fucking all fucking hell. Yeah, that's what it feels
Mars
like.
It is.
What's that?
Mars it is.
The fuck does that mean?
Mars it is.
Oh, Mars it is.
Yeah.
I thought you said some other shit,
Mars.
some UK slang that I was not aware of. But even when it's Mars, it's like it's still the same people.
We're still the same people.
We're going there. It's degenerate.
Well, what if we did?
You want to fuck on Mars?
No, but what if we did like a test of like the best people can only go to Mars?
Yes, dude. We should leave. Sorry, you're gonna have to stay
all
here.
The OnlyFans girls, all the porn stars, all the streamers can all go
to Mars. Dude, it'd be utopia. It'd be like utopia.
Oh, why don't we just segregate people? Like,
let's get back to that. Let's get back to that. Now we're talking the same language. No, like it's honestly it'd be a funny experiment. Like if we just like only certain people we let them up there. Honestly,
but I don't think you realize that some people have got the masks on.
For sure, no. But I was gonna say I think that's what they're trying to do anyways. Low key. They're trying to just like put
put the really smart people up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'll be chilling down here till it implodes.
Yeah, they're gonna leave. They're gonna let the meteor land directly on you. But no, as far as the mask thing you mentioned, what do you mean by that?
Well, I was talking to like my assistants and stuff like that about obviously all the Christian guys messaging me and things like that. And my assistant was basically like, Christians are like the number one watchers and buyers of porn.
Mm.
And like, I think a lot of people pretend like they preach God, but they're real like freaks, incest when it comes down to it.
So you're talking about the people who are like the most virtuous signaling are like the dirtiest. Or like they're actually behind the scenes doing fucked up shit.
Pedophiles.
Yeah, fucked up shit. I mean, to be honest, that's how I feel. I'm not talking about Christians at all in this conversation, but that's how I feel about just government. I feel like it's all just like a facade to,
They fucking chat a lot of waffle.
Yeah, like it's all, this guy's bad, that guy's bad, this guy's good, but it's like
they're bad themselves.
It's all going in the same direction regardless. Because people always argue about who's in control and who's in power, and it's like whether it's that guy or this guy,
they're all as bad as each other.
It seems like the same people regardless are going in that direction, and it's going to be what they want it to be. And that's what when we started talking about this TikTok thing is like that seems more than anything of like, okay, the reason why the app was really banned was just because they didn't have full control over it the way that they wanted to, and now that it seems like they're figuring it out.
Really, I didn't see. Obviously, I didn't look into it because it's only America that's getting banned in, but I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah, I mean they control, or they have their ability to control, YouTube, all these other platforms, and I think that was like the sort of not only the biggest platform and the fastest growing platform for like the newer generation. But I think it feels like they didn't have as much control over sort of the narrative or what's said or what isn't said. And that's kind of why it came to this closing point of like, all right, we're going to shut it down. And now maybe they're conceding a bit and going to sell it or whatever it's going to be, or whoever's going to be in control, because they'll have more control here.
Right.
Of the platform.
Jesus.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. 100%.
Because that's
all they want is control.
Disguised it as like, it's
this is America that I think is so bad though. Like even with your guys' food, it's so much more calorific and so much more like disgusting chemicals in it than it is in England. And it's the same stuff. Like you take a bagel from either country and your guys has got so much more shit in it. And it's at the end of the day to control you guys, because your guys' healthcare is expensive.
So see, now we're talking the same language. So this is when it's going to get interesting, right?
Well, I did nutrition, so.
Yeah, no,
that's for one lecture.
No, but you're absolutely right. I mean, that's the sad part. Like recently they just banned this sort of chemical, like a dye, this red 4, I think it is. But there's like blue 5, yellow 5, red 4, red 7, red 40, lake, whatever, all these different sort of chemicals that they just identified one and were like, this one's causing cancer. And people have been lobbying against this for 30 years that it is doing that. And they've now just recently been like, yeah, that one causes cancer. We're banning it. But there's also like 100 other things that do the same thing. And yeah, it's a weird thing. And that's why even when we start talking about this stuff, is like, they're all different forms of control that's being allowed essentially. Because this, the thing that I was getting at is like this pornography stuff is a different version of the same sort of control or detriment to people, because it keeps people lack of motivation, dumb, fucking living off the dopamine high and not focus on things that could actually make their lives better or people around them better.
The thing is though, but if you were to ban OnlyFans, we would all go back to Pornhub. And with Pornhub, what comes is pimps and managers. And then it's men controlling us, taking...
It's the same shit though on OnlyFans.
But that doesn't happen with OnlyFans because you get to be your own creator. Like I don't have any kind of management or anyone above me. I get to choose what content I make, and no one else like takes any money from me. I outsource all my staff and things like that. And so it just means that I get full control. Whereas like if I'm back on, if I go to a porn set, then someone's managing me, taking a cut, telling me what to do.
There's still tons of people that like...
And it's unethical. Like at the end of the day, I think OnlyFans is so much more ethical porn. And people pay for it. So it means that like you kind of have a bit of a limit to what you're watching. If you go on Pornhub, you could spend hours and hours and hours, days watching porn because there's so much for free on there. With OnlyFans, like there is a limit that obviously you can buy and shit like that. And so I think it has makes it a bit more ethical, I personally think. Especially for the creators, it's way more ethical for us girls.
Yeah, but we're talking about two separate things. You're talking about for you and your ability to monetize it versus not being controlled. The thing that I'm speaking to is just the way it's controlling the population.
Right.
And that's, I get it. You don't care about it, which is fine.
It's not that.
Well, it is.
I genuinely don't think it's doing that bad.
I think it's destroying people.
I don't think so. But then
it's destroying like dating, families, everything. This is not just like, I get it. Like, I'm not saying that single thing is doing it, but it's the effect of it that's happening. Like
the butterfly effect.
Exactly. Like you mentioned earlier. And we're talking about, the banning of this thing and, specifically in America, how it's like, why is the same stuff in where you're at or in Australia or in some other country where it's completely separate ingredients? Why is it all, it's all just here and we're just allowing ourselves to just be fucked and controlled?
It's tricky because there's not a right answer. There's not we don't really know. No one knows what to do. You know what I mean?
I think people do. I think the people at the top who are controlling these platforms, OnlyFans, whatever, Pornhub, all these things, I think they don't give a fuck. And I think it doesn't matter because it makes them money.
But then, like I said earlier, like if you were to ban porn, ban all sex work, then all us girls would move to the streets and there'd be seedy men getting STIs. We'd be like prostitutes on the streets. Like it would make it so much more unhealthy and so much more. Or
it would make the sort of family unit be revitalized and people would have to actually like.
No, because then people would be cheating. Like people, like people would then just go to cheating with other people and stuff like that. At least if people are watching OnlyFans, it's not really cheating or watching porn.
That's funny. Okay.
I'm saving marriages out here. I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh my God. I'm joking.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
But there's no right answer. And even as an OnlyFans girl, I recognize that like I'm not saving the world. I'm not a philanthropist or anything like that.
I know. You just fuck the world. As long as your dog is good, and you're able to eat the food.
I care about my family and my friends.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Fuck the rest of them though.
But that's how it feels. Like that's how it seems like. I guess the whole overarching thing that I'm kind of talking about is like community in general and like people working and being in sort of harmony with each other is just like those days are dead. And it's sad because I feel like could be the most beneficial thing for the world and overall.
But it would just never be like that.
It has been like that, I think, though.
No, but you think the older times were the better times, but I
don't necessarily think the older times were the better times, but I think there was just more, I don't know, more unity because there was less people being like, well, I'm doing this for me.
Isn't that when they used to torture people and like have slaves?
Which at what time?
Like back then. I can't give you a date. I'm not a history girl.
Different times. I mean, that was definitely time that was a thing, but that's like that's another version of something that is fucked up that makes someone money and they take advantage. It's just, this is a new age version of it. This is of
slavery.
It's a different sort.
Wow.
And there's that guy at the top who's going, I'm running all that money up and I don't give a fuck what happens to anyone. And so it's the same concept. It's the slave owner guy's like, I don't care. My shit's good. My family's good. That's all that matters. That's what I'm saying. Those are the two like ideas that are like bad. Like it's not, one's good and it's like good and evil. It's just, it's way more normalized. And we talk about alcohol. It's more normalized because it's normal and people drink and that's normal. But it's like, is this actually good for anyone?
Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know, because it's just something to talk about.
We're getting through to her.
Yeah.
No.
Now
we're getting through to her, bro.
No.
Holy shit.
You know how I said at the start, like, I don't think a lot. Like, you know how you're saying, like, this is affecting so many people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I was just doing my thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just out here.
I know. Who cares? Fuck them.
And I think but that's the thing. I've never thought, like, I'm fucking up people. I'm just doing my thing. And the thing is, when I have conversations with fans and things like that, like, all I hear is positiveness.
Yeah, but that's normal. Like, those are the people, they're not going to come up and shit on you in real life. They're also unknowing the sort of detriment that's there. They're just like, yeah, this is good because that felt good when I fucking wanked it. So it's good. You're good. I don't think they've recognized it's like, maybe this isn't a good thing for me yet because it is so normalized. So then that's the whole point is like, it's so normalized and it's so normal and why not? And she does it and he does it, whatever, who cares? But it's like, we're just destroying the sort of.
Do you think you add to it? I guess even having me on this, you add to it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah. That's why I had that conversation with myself where I was like, man, is this something I want to do? And I was like, I think I want to have this conversation regardless. So, because I don't think I'm in any way trying to be like, yeah, you should. Like, keep doing
I'm better. Like,
I don't think I'm better than anyone. No, but I think in this case, I would rather.
I thought you were going to say, in this case, I am just a bit better though.
No, that would have been funny. I thought about that for a second, but I'm not better than someone. I think. In this case with you and I think because when you talk, it's like, I'm good. I'm trying to make it about, this concept of everyone else. and the repercussions of it that are, you know,
It's got a
sometimes
heart.
not direct, but it's real. It's a real thing. And that's honestly why I wanted to have the conversation, just to see if you even thought of it. But if not, you know, it is
To
what it
just
is.
like airhead.
You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Oh God. That's why I can't, I just
It's just
can't
weird
relate
to me
it.
because I guess I've always kind of done shit like this. Like, obviously not a fuck 100 guys, but like I've done stuff like this off camera. And so like I've never really, like everyone, when I've done it off camera, I've just enjoyed it and we've had a great day. And it's only until I put it on camera that then people have a problem with it.
Yeah, well, because now obviously you open it up to everyone to have their sort of opinions about it or what they think, and people like me who think, you know, oh, this isn't good, and you know, it's also like it's a taboo thing to be like, you know, it's not a normal thing to talk about or to like put out there either. Like this is, it's
But
like a
in
different
my
level.
world, it is like
Yeah.
this is the thing. When I started the porn industry, I didn't want to do porn because I was always preached that, you know, you can't be in a non-monogamous relationship. Like you have to be monogamous. Is that the right word?
It's like a single.
Yeah, like you have to just like kind of stick to one guy and things like that. And so I didn't realize how open-minded people were and like-minded people were like me. And so then that's when I felt so safe to then be able to do porn and stuff like that because I met so many people in the industry that were so like-minded.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's obviously the different conversation, people who are in it and doing it versus like the way, you know, some random fucking kid or guys in Minnesota wasting all his money and fucking wanking to, you know, that's just, I'm kind of, you're speaking to that. I'm speaking to like everyone else and how it affects them. But at the end of the day, people are probably not even aware of like the detriment to themselves. So just because it is so validated that it's normal and, you know, we can go in circles.
Yeah,
on it
we've
all day.
literally gone on forever.
Yeah, but I'm trying. I'm really trying, boys. I swear I'm trying. You sent me some good questions? All right.
Rapid fire question.
Okay. All right, so I'll ask you. Oh God. This is what you thought.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Okay, so Justin,
So Justin wants to know if he
my
can get his cock
producer.
sucked.
I love Justin. My producer came up with some questions. This isn't for science. This is for his purposes.
Right, that's
No,
what they
I'm
all
kidding.
say. That's
So,
what
okay,
they all say.
Justin wanted to know, how long do guys usually last?
Oh, if you're talking about normies,
Yeah, however you want to answer that. I didn't write the questions. Justin did.
um,
He wants to know how long you should last. Basically.
penetrative,
I'm assuming he means that. Yeah.
2-3 minutes.
Okay.
But obviously, when you fuck the porn guys, you're fucking for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, because it's like a fucking production.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Worst experience in bed.
Probably the micro penis because I couldn't actually fuck it because it was that small.
Wow, I
But
can't
you
believe
know
that's
what?
actually
If
a
you have
thing.
a micro penis, I'm just gonna say this: like, just learn to get good at pleasing your girl, and no one will care.
Like orally. is what I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Okay.
Like, just do stuff to your girl, and she'll be happy.
Cool. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, I didn't want to put them down.
Yeah. What makes a guy good in bed?
Oh, I think their energy. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, you threw me through a loop with that one because energy is the last thing I thought you'd ever give a fuck about.
really? No, you know when you're like looking into each other's eyes and like you're on the same wavelength. Like obviously you can have different types of sex, whether that's like really rough
Like
or
your
like
souls are intertwined.
and like you're no,
See, this is where you're missing. It's really missing me right here.
no, but like
that's what we're describing now.
You're just vibing. Like it's just the vibe. Like
The soul, the energy.
yeah,
Of the body of the
energy.
soul.
You're just on the same wavelength. Like you guys are.
It's a little. I don't know. It's a little contradictory. That's all I'm gonna say on that one.
Zip it, you. What's
did-
this white stain here?
What is it? What the fuck? That's probably from my dog. My dogs come in here sometimes when I stream. I'll stream back there and they'll hang out here. And he's like, you didn't see him. You'll meet him on the way out. But one has like really slobbery.
Oh, cutie.
That's not
I
what
was
you think
like-
it is.
What's me on
Yeah, I mean, you're a professional. Is it?
you?
No. That's
Scratch and sniff.
Dog slobber. Okay. Did all 100 men come?
No. Probably
What the-
like 80.
So does it count then?
What do you mean?
How does it count?
If you have sex with someone, don't come, it still counts now. Otherwise, my body count would be at about 10.
Well, so what? Wait, what? Only 10 of them came?
No. I'm saying Like you said, obviously, does it even count if they didn't come?
Yeah.
And I was like, of course, sex still counts if you don't.
No,
come.
it's different for girls. It's different for girls.
Right.
For guys.
But I think about 80 probably came.
80.
Yeah, but they had a time limit, so like
That's a lot of pressure.
Some of them like couldn't even get hard because it was just like, yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's a weird fucking thing, and their souls are like they're probably like last minute. Why did I fucking come here? Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. Justin also wanted to know what's your biggest turn on?
All right. What is my biggest turn on? It can really, I like it changes daily. Spunk right now.
Like seeing it?
I like when a guy wanks and their spunk like drips down their hand.
Oh my God, dude. Jesus fucking. Okay. This one's hilarious. This is actually this funny. This question, this next one's actually really funny because I think about this one a lot. Lights on or off?
Off. But like dim lighting, I'd say a lamp. A couple lamps. I'm pretty used to having sex in front of like something like this though, but
no lights because you're ashamed.
No, oh
because like it's
God.
lights off. It's like I don't have to.
What do you mean? No, just like mood lighting.
Okay, all right. I was wrong on that. Favorite body part on yourself?
Ooh, I just got my butt done, so maybe my butt.
You got what, injections?
No, I got a BBL.
Okay, what's the difference?
So they take the fat from my legs and put it in my ass.
Okay, I'm not a fan at all. It doesn't matter.
You'll see, it doesn't look bad. It's not a bad BBL.
It's just like
I can.
No, you don't have to show us. You don't. Thank you. Most memorable place you've done it?
At a concert in the crowd.
Oh, what the fuck concert was that?
It was at a festival. I think it was Dave. And I didn't even get his name. We were just dancing on each other. I didn't speak to him.
The artist's name was Dave or the guy?
No, sorry. Dave was the performer.
Dave was the performer. What kind of music is that?
I don't know. I was quite fucked. What kind of?
You were drunk?
Rap. Yeah, I was drunk.
You were drunk. Okay.
But didn't even speak to him. Didn't even really turn around. He was just like, we were just like dancing on each other. You know when you like dance upon someone?
Like grinding?
Yeah, and then like pulled my suit up and fucked him. Never spoke again. I couldn't tell you what his face looked like. That's what I'm going to show you.
That is, wow. Where, how did we get here? Okay, sorry. I asked that. I feel like this one's dumb now. It's like, what's your ultimate fantasy? It's like, I feel like does she do it or?
What's my ultimate fantasy? I love a bukkake.
Oh my God. I hate that I know what that is. That's all I'll say. Have you ever been with a girl? I feel like that's easy.
Yeah. I dated a girl.
Like you've had a full-on relationship or?
Like, no, like dates.
Oh, so you wouldn't take a girl serious?
I would.
Okay. You would like have a full-on relationship?
Yeah. I'd marry a girl.
Wow.
They'd be a lot fucking easy to get on with.
Wow. Okay. This is a good question. Longest you've ever gone without sex?
Well, 1 to 18. 1 to 17.
No.
Okay.
Like longest time. Not like you're eight. That's like since I'm assuming since you started.
I'd say like a couple weeks.
I wasn't expecting that answer, to be honest.
Oh, why? What were you
I thought it was gonna be like a couple hours or like a day. Is that rude? I'm sorry.
No.
I thought it was gonna be
but like sometimes I'm on my period and people don't like stuff like that.
Oh, I figured you would.
So
be
I actually
fine.
got no.
Well, who cares about that?
I actually got surgery down there, so I had to not have sex for a little bit. But I had sex like.
Do you find a lot of guys care about the period thing?
If I'm obviously I'm not anyone's like girlfriend or anything, so like some guys do care.
Got it. Okay, those are good questions. Those are all from Justin, by the way. Those are not my questions.
Right.
Perfect. Those are great questions. Do you have any more? Those are fucking. Dude, the lights on one is really interesting because that's when I like the lights on.
What do you mean, like shame?
No, just because you're soulless. So it's like if the lights were off, you wouldn't have to worry as much about seeing yourself there.
I don't really think about it much.
Yeah,
but
no,
like I think the lights off is just sexier. No,
like a dim light.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But not like this is a lot of light.
Yeah,
but
I'm not much of a morning sex person, so like I think that goes with like late at night. Like it's just like hornier late at night now. And like things are dark.
I just like to, I get it. I just like to see, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
More visual, I guess.
I think that's the thing with guys though. They're
Yeah.
more visual. Like I could sit there and just close my eyes and I pretty much like it.
Yeah, no, we could tell that you've done. Have you done that? Is that what you did with the 100?
You know what? Me and my ex-boyfriend used to do this thing where we'd like not blindfold each other, but just like go onto the cover so I couldn't see anything, eyes closed, and then I'd picture someone else while he like gave me head. He called me mystery head, but we'd openly talk about it, like we're doing mystery head tonight, and like so I wouldn't talk to him. Like if I suck his dick, I wouldn't talk to him. Put the cover over me, he closed his eyes, and he could like imagine it was someone else.
What the fuck, dude? It's just so the disconnect is the thing that's so interesting. It's like you don't you
No, but that's just like a bit of fun, no? Like you can
thinking
just,
about someone else while someone else is with you.
it's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Like
No.
as well, we would have like threesomes and stuff like that. So it's
Yeah.
not deep.
What
to
does that
us.
guy think about what you're doing now? Probably think it's great.
I don't really know. I haven't spoken to him about it.
Why
He
did
said,
that,
well, he said congratulations about the 100.
why did that not work out? Do you think that relationship? Too many mystery
he
heads?
cheated on me. So
And you care about that? I thought you wouldn't care. You don't care about anything.
no, I care about dishonesty.
So if he was like,
I wouldn't mind someone fucking someone else as long as they were honest.
so if the guy was like, hey, I'm gonna go have sex with this other girl, you'd be like, all right, if you were okay with it.
Yeah. It's the dishonesty. It's the hiding. It's the secret. Because then the trust goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you care about that.
I'm not soulless.
Oh, wait, what? Are you sure?
Well, you're the one who keeps saying I'm soulless.
Oh
I'm
no,
not.
it's just
I
weird
don't
how there's
know,
certain
dude.
things. When you said the energy thing, I was like, I'm not buying this shit now.
What?
How do you
don't think
operate
I
off energy?
But like even in porn, like you get of course, like sex is energy. Like,
No,
you
keep going. This is important.
You even in porn, like I get people's energy, and like I think that's what makes the scene good. If you guys are on the same wavelength, it doesn't matter like what kind of sex you're having, but just like you're on the same vibe. I can't explain it.
Even watching it.
Watching porn, I don't think you really get energy from watching porn now.
I think you do. I think that's one of the most detrimental things. Because imagine the dude is like to some
No,
guy.
but like I just had like a quick wank, and it's like, yeah, that was hot.
But he's still like eliciting sexual energy to like fucking get his thing going and let it off. You know, it's just that's a nasty energy through a screen. This artificial, and I'm like looking at someone else have sex, and then it's just weird.
No, because it's just porn. Like it's just like
Yeah.
I don't see.
Things are
You
going
think
great.
so deeply into
No,
stuff.
things are going great in the world right now, right? Everything's great.
Everything's
Great as long as you got
I
money.
think no, but I just think I'm such like a positive person. Like you kind of seem a little bit like, no offense,
No, go ahead. I've kind of
not-
low key disrespected you the whole time, so you
but
can
like
do it.
unpositive. Like everything's going to shit, and like this is shit and that shit.
Real.
Like, to me, I see it as like social media is a great way to connect. Like I love talking to people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I've met some such nice people through social media and things like that. And I think I just see stuff so positively. And like for me, what porn's done for me gets me off, enjoys it, obviously love making it. Like it's just everything. And so like, and I think you're just a little bit unpositive.
About these topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About like TikTok. I fucking love TikTok.
No, I like TikTok.
It's
I think
right in the brain.
no, but is it not in some ways? You don't think it is?
No, I think also I've grown up with it. Like I've grown up with social media, so like I guess it's what
Makes
I'm used
sense.
to.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I haven't. No. Yeah, you're 23. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder what like 35, 40-year-old Lily Phillips is gonna like look back and be like, crushed it, or what?
Hell yeah.
I really
Hell
wonder
yeah.
what she's gonna think.
The thing is, like I said earlier, like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So I think I'll look back and be happy with where it's
I want to
got me.
talk to. Hopefully I'm.
Let's have a
hopefully
future podcast. Let's
hopefully
book one in for 20 years.
100%. If I'm still doing this, if I'm not, God willing, I'm not fucking dead. Hopefully, I would love to see how this ages.
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
It would be fun. I also write a lot of letters to myself. I guess it's like a manifestation thing.
Wow.
I like to write to myself. Like for this, I was like, I hope to fuck 100 people and shit like that. No joke.
Wow. What about like, I hope to do good in the world and you know.
This is doing good. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
No, what about like writing other things? Because you're able to pull it off.
What else my like ambitions that I've wrote down? It's more just career stuff, if I'm honest. I like to run and things like that. And so like it's been about that a bit.
Running,
yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about when you run?
I don't think. I just listen to music. Maybe that's my problem. I don't think enough. But then I think that's why I'm so positive, because I don't think. Life's just good.
You're like a dog. You're like a bitch. Well, that's a female dog. Sorry, reference point.
That's generally like how my friends, me and my friends like at school. Obviously, do you ever like put your friends into categories? It's like who they'd be like. So you're the mom of the group, you're the dad of the group, I'm the dog of the group.
Oh
no joke, 100% they said
just
that.
humping everything. Yeah. Fucking marking territory everywhere.
Got my lipstick out every chance I got.
Oh my God. Well, hopefully I wasn't too mean to you.
No. I've enjoyed it. Like I love how different podcasts are. Like I went to Ryan Powell's one.
Right.
And he's like so energetic, shouting.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like I feel like I feed off people's energy. So like when I come to yours, it's a bit more like, we're going to get a bit deeper and like talk about some more like family stuff and do this. And yours has been quite like long and calm. And it's nice. Like, it's just nice to do different things. I love it. Thank you for having me on.
I have so many other jokes to make. I'm just not going to make them. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh, can I ask you about your come up?
Absolutely. Yeah.
How did you get into it? Because you're huge on social media, but like, no offense. Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah. Say whatever you want to say.
I didn't find you till maybe like a year ago.
Yeah.
But how did you get there? Because like I just found you, obviously, I think it was through maybe someone's stream or something or another.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this guy's got so many followers.
Yeah.
And you're really good looking. You're very well built and shit like that. You seem very successful.
Thank you.
How did you get into it?
Well, like I told you the story earlier about being a trainer. I was a trainer my whole life. I was just into fitness. So none of this was what it is today, this whole social media stuff. I'm 35.
Right.
So generationally, Instagram was like just starting, and I was a big time nerd. This is probably when I used to wank it a lot more, but I was always on the internet.
Can tell.
Huge nerd. And I would always play video games, some of the stuff over here and stuff that I would watch. I'd play World of Warcraft a lot, and
that's so sweet.
I played a ton of different video games, but I spent a lot of time on the internet.
Were you ugly back then? Were you like ugly and fat?
No, I was skinny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was skinny. I was always a little taller. But no, I was skinny, so I wasn't like bigger. So,
you know what they say about skinny guys?
What do they say about skinny guys?
Biggest cocks.
Man, I mean, this is
Sorry, carry on.
No, yeah, I won't speak on that. Anyways, so I was a huge nerd, and I was just really into playing video games, like complete degenerate. Like I would play so many hours, and I got into the gym, and then that was like the second thing in my life that I really loved. I liked video games and working out. And for me, it was about escaping sort of my reality. I had a kind of tougher childhood. I lost my father when I was 6 to suicide. And I used all these things as like an escape, and I got really good at them. And then the gym was the one that when I found it 15, very seriously at 17, I was like, oh, this makes me able to, because when I'm doing it, I'm able to avoid all these other thoughts that I would have about my life or my self-worth or, who I was or where I was going to be and what my life was going to be like and what's the point of all this shit. Because I was so obsessed very young with mortality because my father died, and I was always kind of like, well, what does this mean?
Oh, what does life mean?
Yeah, what's the purpose?
Yeah.
Like, when you first find out your dad, you're like, your mom's like, yeah, your dad's not. I'm like, what the fuck does? Because I was 6, and everything prior to that is everything's temporary.
Yeah,
and then you learn this, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, what does that mean? Like the person that obviously is my father. I would see them tomorrow. Why would I not? And so then I had to come to that realization that like, oh, he's gone forever. So that idea always just like rocked me, where I was like, I don't know what that means.
We may as well just die now if we're going to die.
And so I would always think like, what am I, like, how am I going to die, and how is my life going to play out, and who am I, and what's the purpose of all of this shit? So I started really young being obsessed with that kind of stuff and thinking about that. And so I would find certain things that would allow me to escape that thought. And video games, because you're in it and it's fun. And then maybe that's why I have this whole perspective about all this sort of shit. It's like escaping your sort of reality to, something that feels better in the moment, but it's not actually making you better.
Right.
And so I'd play a lot of video games, and how I found the internet was I remember I downloaded fucking TikTok and like, excuse me. I downloaded Twitter in like 2008.
Oh, wow. Was it even around then? Because like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
pretty
it was
sure
there.
Instagram started in like 2011 or 12.
Instagram started at the end of 2010.
Right.
And that's when I got on it. I got on it because I would spend so much time on the video game, and I remember thinking, I want to be able to do these things that I love, much like you, a little different.
We do have something in common.
Yeah, I wanted, like, because I enjoyed it so much. I was like, I want to be able to do this and make a living. Because I would also look at, all the other examples in my life of people that would kind of like, I grew up in sort of a small town just outside of San Francisco that would just like grow up and then stay in the town, grow up and stay. And I was like,
it's kind of similar to me.
I don't want this.
Yeah.
So I was like always on the internet because I spent so much time playing video games on the internet. Halo, World of Warcraft, Unreal Tournament, all these different like computer games. And then obviously Xbox, Halo. And I would go on the internet and I'd search like, I don't know how I got into this, but like there was a website. I don't even know if it's still a website. Can you check? It's called CNET. Like CNET.com. SENET. No, C and then NET.
I've never heard of this.
So it's not the same site. Wait, no, it is similar. So this site used to be years ago. It was like all like business stuff and like what was coming and like social media and things that were happening. Like as far as like, I guess sort of technology was advancing in business. And so I would get on the site all the time and I would read about like what's coming. And obviously this is like a TikTok thing here, but I remember reading about Instagram was coming. And I was basically like first on all these apps.
Oh.
So I started Instagram when it came out. And at the time I was just a trainer. And
so you were just posting like body pics?
Yeah. This was before there was no videos.
You were like the original
Yeah.
fitness Instagram influencer.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
exactly. So that's essentially my story was in regards to.
Have you had the same Instagram since you were?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I've had a few other ones that got deleted because of fucking copyright stuff, but I've had the same Instagram since. It was basically since 2011, beginning of 2011. And I would just post like, at the time I was a trainer, so I had clients that I had worked with for years at that point, and I'd post like their transformations and I'd post me, like selfies and stuff, but there was no videos. And then when videos came out, that's when I started to go viral because like I was like, people liked the way that I looked.
Yeah.
And then they liked that I was like strong and able to do sort of athletic things like jumping out of a pool and all these like different sort of like feats of strength.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I took off very early on the app.
Right.
And then
so
I
you
went,
just got in there early.
Yeah.
You're quite like a slow burner then. Like you didn't do anything crazy to go like viral. You just.
Not really. That's not exact. So yes, but then I started to do really crazy content that went way more viral once I started to involve women in my content. So I started to lift women like crazy lifts, like deadlifts or squats.
Well,
on
you
the
always
shoulders.
know that like women are always going to get like a few more views.
Yeah, so I'm just as bad as you. It's crazy. That's the thing. Is it's like I'm not. It's different. It's obviously porn's different, but yeah, no. I obviously recognized really early that like, okay, I looked to what people thought. They thought I looked good, and I was able to be strong. And then I started showcasing that, and then I started showcasing me doing that with like women, like lifting them and all the different kind of lifts you could think of, squats, overhead pressing, all kinds of shit. And then that went really viral. So I went viral with that for years.
And then you got into like kind of more streamers world.
Yeah. Well, and then I went to YouTube.
Yeah.
And I met at the time one of the most popular YouTubers. You know FouseyTube, Youssef?
No, sorry.
Streamer? Oh damn, he's one of the OGs. But he was really fat, and I helped him lose a bunch of weight.
No way.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And then I had a YouTube channel with like 25,000 subscribers with like no video. This is way back in the day. So it's been like 2014, 2015. And then I just started making content there, still making content on Instagram. And I've never stopped. And then eventually I started doing the podcast stuff now that we're doing, obviously. But yeah, it was a long.
I love to hear
process.
about people's come up because it's always so interesting to hear like what, because I always think everyone who has done quite well has been really smart about it. Like, what is it that like you thought to like make you go viral, or you know, like you kind of excelled in and things like that?
Yeah,
you were just like a real OG.
Yeah,
like just grinded from the start.
Yeah, and I guess why I have these conversations and I sound like maybe I'm like an asshole or whatever to use, because I noticed the thing that made me most popular, besides the viral moments, the thing that made me like not most popular, because the viral moments may be more popular than these other moments that I'm going to describe. But the things that gave me sort of a fan base that lasted for a very long time, because you got to think it's been almost 15 years I've been on the internet making content, and I've sustained a fan base. A lot of people who are now fucking, they were at once like 20, now they're 30, or they were fucking 18, now they're fucking 30. Like it's a crazy amount of time. And the sort of feedback that I would get from those people was like, yo, because I would film videos talking about working out, but then I would also talk about my life, which I kind of described a little bit earlier. And I would share my experiences about obviously the working out, but then my life and, you know, where I'm at and what I've gone through. And so I was coming from this place of like, I would see the sort of love for what I was talking about, or the appreciation. And it was like in a good way, helping people to like either get over addiction or like go towards their goal, no matter what's happened to them in their life, like these sort of things.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's why I have the conversation like with you of like, man, it could have been different, but you know,
I guess that's what makes people really connect with you, is like actually getting to know you. That's like, I guess what I'm trying to like achieve now. Now I've got like
I don't know if you can,
but I think I can, because I like vlog on my
but you can vlog, you can make content, but I think no matter what you do now, everyone's always going to say, oh, that's the, you know, that's that chick.
No, well, there'll be a lot of the internet that like, that's the 100 guys chick or whatever, but there will be a small percentage of like, I've had girls message me now that like enjoy just watching like my day-to-day kind of thing. You know, like Anna Paul, she's an Australian sex worker, and she does OnlyFans, but she like kind of vlogs her day on TikTok, and everyone feels so like connected to her and loves her because like she just shows off what she's doing and shit like that, and people connect.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like that, I'm not saying there's never any good you could do. There's certainly good in all situations.
And that's not me trying to be like, I want to do good. Just more, I just want to build more of
fuck good, right?
No. I just want to build more of like a fan base that are like actually a little bit invested, rather than just like want to watch like a porn video or
interesting.
things like that.
It's funny how you care about that now. You didn't care about it?
I don't know. It's just
like, when did that happen? When you thought like that?
No, but like I needed the initial kind of like a lot of viewers and stuff like that, and then I thought, well, now I can, you know, like you can take this either way. You can just kind of slow down and go down, or you can try and actually like get more of a established audience. Yeah. With these eyes.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
We definitely we disagree on a lot of stuff, but it's fine. I see what you're saying. I'm not trying to be such an asshole. I apologize.
Negative Nelly over here.
No. But yeah, just different places. I just been doing it for so fucking long.
Yeah.
It's just interesting because I've seen so many like versions.
People come and go, I bet, so much.
And then the OnlyFans thing, I've been involved. I
bet you've been here from the start, like see it grow and get more like crazy.
Maybe that's why I'm a little bit more
maybe in 10
cynical.
Years. Maybe in 10 years, then we'll really start to see like people get crazy with
We'll
shit.
see what actually is coming from all this kind of shit.
5,000 people in 5 hours.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. But that's what I'm saying. It's like that's why I get cynical about it. I'm like, where is this going? Because I've seen just the fact that other chick was like, 1,000 guys in half a day or 12 hours, whatever it is, and it's like, what are we doing? What are we competing on? Like, this is crazy.
Slut wars.
Yeah, fuck, man. We got to shut that down.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man.
No, we got to shut it down. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
If you don't have any other questions, that was a great question, by the way. I could talk, I could yap all day, but thank you for coming. And I wish you
all the best.
Yes, more. Yes, all the best. Yeah, no, thank you so much for coming for real.
Thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cheers.